Welcome, beloveds, to Saturn's Day Pick a Card. And we have the 3 piles here, starting with the Mother Peace deck. And the item for this deck I've chosen 3 tiny little items. This one is shell. You can see this shell is maybe had a little squirty creature in it, little snail shell. Can you see this spinny, spirally shell? That's the one on the Mother Piece. The one over here on the Circle of Life Tarot, the other circle deck, is also a similar shell, but it doesn't have that inside part. I'm not sure what kind of shell this is, but a shell nonetheless. And then the third is not a shell at all. It's the top of an acorn. Those are the 3 items from nature that I chose for the deck. So have your pick, see which one you like, and then we're moving into the reading. So as always now, I'm starting with the tuning fork, and I'm just going to clear the space with the 528 Hz fork. As I'm striking the fork, allow this to bring this energy into your body if you would like as well. Allow your energy to come into cohesion. Allow yourself to bring more of your energy into your field, into your body. Let yourself feel this tuning fork and let yourself ground and center. Get into the question that you want to ask or the situation that you're in, that you would like to see some clarity on, or you would like to ask the cards about. And then when you're ready, only when you're ready, and if you need to, you can put this on pause, pick a deck, and present your question to that deck, all right? All right, I'm going to start with the Mother Piece and the first shell. The other cards I shall put away for now. All right, pile number 1, this Mother Piece and that first little shell that I'll put up here. We're going right into the reading. That's our first card. It is the 10 of Cups. So happiness prevails. Whatever this question that you have asked, it is saying that there's happiness here and you want to move your life forward on happiness. You are ready for this fulfillment. You are ready for this accomplishment. This card is very much a card about joy and success in the family unit. So happiness in your family, and just ready to move forward with that. I'm going to cut the deck and just continue on as a Celtic cross spread. So then, and we'll read this as a Celtic cross, okay? And here's our reading. So the first card is that, so yeah, as I said, this 10 of Cups card is talking about your family. It doesn't have to be like your birth family. This could be a soul family. This could be, when I look at this and as I break this down, yeah, it could be not necessarily the family that you're born into, but the family that you feel supported by. So this is the situation that you're in right now. There's happiness here. It started with this happy card of fulfillment and being supported by a tribe. And then it's being crossed here, though, by the 9 of Swords. This is the crossing current to the question that you asked. There's something that you're holding back on. And it's about not being able to, like, having a really low capacity for certain things. Fear. This is the card upright, and this is the card to the side. So having a low capacity for things like fear. We're dealing with fear and being vulnerable. It's like energy, not having enough energy. There's something happening here with energy and not being able to really fluidly move or create this or bring this into existence. That has been what has been just stopping it. Like if you want a happy family, or you want a happy relationship, or you want a happy community to support you, a community to support you, or something, a tribe, if you call it your tribe. And here's the basis of it. It is in the 7 of Swords. Like this card is about, it's a protection card. It's in this deck, and the way that it's moved forward is about like the actual meaning in this book. Here, I'm going to read it. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss an upload. In the traditional decks, the Seven of Swords is the card of being the thief coming and stealing. And you can see here in this deck, there's a fox trying to get into the hen house. Still has that energy of and it's an energy of having to guard oneself too against that, but it's moving here to the right. And in this particular deck, this is what this author means by this card. It's a fox trying to figure out how to get into the chicken coop, as I showed you, but to the right, she is chasing something or someone down. When I put this into context with this reading, it's telling me I'm getting all of this information and I'm getting visualization about feeling as if for happiness, for a partner, like having to chase people down or be the instigator of relationship or having to be that person. And that's the basis here. And that's not what you want. And it's not the energy you want for your relationship, but that's the energy that is here of this past, but of this root here. So it's like, instead of you being pursued by the person that you want to be with, you did the pursuing. That's the information. And that's past is leading to this here, like taking care of yourself. This card is about taking care of yourself. It's about protecting yourself, like holding your own space and your own self, your own body sacred, and not letting people in that shouldn't be there. And it really mirrors this card here too. So there's two cards coming up about feeling like needing to be guarded against people who don't, care, don't show that emotional intimacy to you, perhaps. That's the feeling that I'm getting. Don't value you, don't put emphasis into pursuing you and showing you that they care about you. That's the past there. Moving up here to this next position, it's the Priestess of Wands flipped to the left, which is telling me a bit of a disconnection from your higher self, beloved, and not really getting clear direction of how to proceed or how to go. So whenever any indications of not being able to connect with your own higher self comes in, like when clients come and see me or in this reading, just find a way to connect again. Everybody has their own way. Some people, like I talk lots about meditation. I talk lots about writing. I talk lots about getting out into nature. What is your way? How do you connect? Do you need to play music that will inspire you? It's about listening to that higher self. And right now you're going into a little period perhaps of not feeling that connected. And then it leads here too, which is the near future. And this near future card is the Hangman. This is the Hangman upright in this deck. Hanged one, rather, not hanged man. But it's to the right. But that one means, so in the position of near future, this card is like you're not sure of yourself. It's showing this ambivalence about really going within, into your inner world. And these two cards are telling me that same story, that there's a disconnection here from higher self, not really being sure of yourself moving forward. And that leads here to this position here, which is your deep subconscious mind. And it is the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands to the right is asking, it's like subconsciously how you feel right now. It's like you don't even have enough energy, and you need to keep energy for yourself to regenerate your own energy and to not give out more than you can handle. And that is about where you're at in your subconscious. But then it leads here to this card, which is outside influences. And it is the Ace of Swords, but it's reversed. This is the Ace of Swords. This is the Ace of Swords upright. And remember, the swords always deal with truth and cutting to truth. This is especially the Ace, and the Ace is reversed. And it's just, you need to really, I can see why there's these guardian cards here, because there might be negative influences around you that really do not have your best interests at heart. And to me, the first thing when I see this is to watch for lying or deception around you, especially with this, like the fox and the hen house card and this protection card here. That's the first thing that comes up when I see this card. Okay, beloved? And just remember to keep your own integrity. You always do the right thing regardless of what situation you're in. You can't control the feelings or actions of other people, but you have great control over your own. Stay out of gossip, stay out of maliciousness, stay out of things that are deceitful, and let the chips fall where they may. There might be some plans that you made that will not be fulfilled when this card comes up like this. But this is outside influences card. So right now, there is somebody in your sphere that is not acting in your best interest. destructive tendencies and some type of sabotage. That's the information that's coming. Now, when we move here to hopes and dreams, we get to this card, and it is the Two of Cups upright. So this card is about connection, strong feelings towards another. In other decks, some people think it's like a sort of soulmate card. It mirrors the Lover's card in the major arcana. And it does indicate here, this is your hope position, this hopes, dreams position, that you do want to be in a partnership. You do want to be, and that's why earlier I referenced this card too, to happiness. Maybe it's a happiness that comes through some type of family involvement here, right? That 10 of Cups there. So this is a card about going into partnership, merging with another, like uniting this way. Very strong connection. I feel a very strong connection. And then it leads here to the final outcome of pile 1, which is the Hierophant. But the Hierophant, this is the Hierophant upright, and this is the Hierophant to the left. Hierophant always talks about conforming to what is, whatever standards you were raised in, whatever is in this society, the structures, the prevalent attitudes of how people behave or should behave. But this card is coming up to the left, and it's talking about it's indicating that you're on this path and you're going to break free from a lot of what was placed on you as a growing up or getting to this place where you are now. And you're really questioning that. You're really questioning the things that you were taught as a child, or in this culture, in the culture that you were raised in, or questioning it. And that's what it's saying. And it's tied in here with this relationship. It's tied in here with this happiness. So these 3 cards here are telling me a story about you, beloved, that you are on this journey here of releasing so many preconceived ideas about who you are, or what a relationship should be, or what a partnership should be. And it's a happy, joyful outcome here. This is a good one. Although maybe in the near future, there's just going to be some confusion. You're going to make it through, and you're going to be able to break through those barriers. You're going to be able to break it down. And I really appreciate that this is coming here through for you, because I can see here, there's lots of energy being put into having to really shield yourself against, and no kidding, there's energy here of people being very deceptive and dishonest. So it's important to really pay attention to what really is happening around you and to take care of yourself. All right, beloved? So that's what I see for you, pile number 1 choosers. I see lots of change coming through your own personal belief system here, and I see merging in partnership. That belief system, as it changes and you eradicate this old belief system, this crumbling of this belief system, this new partnership comes in, and then it's this happiness that is here. So I'm excited for you. Leave me a comment if you liked this reading, if you resonated with it, or if this is a theme that you're going through in your life. I'm doing a bonus card for the reading. I'll leave the bonus card in the description box, so make sure to skip to the end and listen to the bonus card. It's a new oracle deck that I haven't used yet, and I love it. I hope that you end up loving it too. So that's your reading, pile 1. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all. All right, beloveds, we're moving on to pile 2. First, going to start by clearing the space with the tuning fork. And as I clear the space, allow yourself to receive this frequency if you should desire that. If you would like it, you don't have to. Allow the frequency of the fork to bring your energy field back into cohesion. So you have a cohesive energy field intact, and you have access to more of your own information. All right? Allow yourself to center and to ground. Think about the situation that you are in. Think about the question you would like to ask the cards. Right. Removing this is on top of an acorn. We'll do a Celtic cross spread again. Okay. This card flips up twice. We want to look at issues of feeling backstabbed. We want to look at issues where, we gave our all, and we're feeling, not great about this circumstance, not great about where we're at, feeling betrayed coming up. So let's ask the cards about this. Maybe it was a love interest. See all these cards. It's important that you can see all these cards. Okay, this path, this is a heavy path, beloved. All right, it's a very heavy path, this one. It feels like kind of being backstabbed here by a love interest, someone that came courting. And see here, you're going into heartbreak. The past is showing the same thing, like this new budding passion. And then here that's the crux. This is the foundation here of this question. But here, this one is about not being able to release yourself from it. And then the future here, this heartache and not being able to attach, feeling that it's unfair. And that's your feeling here. And what you want to be released from this here, but it's still showing this burden here and this energy of being somebody else in your situation, influencing you in that direction that would, maybe you have somebody here trying to influence you to be self-reliant, to be more independent, to release this relationship, but you're still very bound to this emotion here. Both of these cards, this card talks about a weight of responsibility and this card talks about a burden. And it's definitely heavy. It's your heart, right? So let's clear this. Let's allow this to clear. I'm going to do a clearing. Let's clear the situation for you, beloved. Let's release all this. Let's intend that all this heartache is gone and that you can move out of this into the new situation. Oh, look at the card that popped up as I was doing that, right? And this is where you want to be. You want to be at on this new ground with a choice, new choices for romantic partnerships, for partnerships of any sort, for choices, for collaborations with others that can help you move you on your path and bring you to heightened awareness, to bring you into fuller involvement. So that's what's coming next, beloved. That's what is coming next in regard to the past there. And also, let's just leave that card right there. And I'm going to, see victory. So this is what's being told to me. We cleared the space. We cleared your field. We cleared your energy. We set that intention to clear. And you yourself, beloved, set that intention to clear. Set the intention to release that heartache. Have the intention to release that heartache, that burden, that weight that is on your heart that you carry with you. Clear it from your field, allow it to dissipate, send it back to the universe. If you can do that really well, this is what's going to come in for you. This is your next step. And the victory card came up. It was a bit sideways when it came up, but it's because you're ready for it. It's also showing that you're ready for that victory, but you might not feel it just right now. It might not be that present for you, okay? So let's just do a past present read on that. Okay, so past, present, future. So the past and the present are talking about staying in your truth and making sure that you're being very honest about what you need in a relationship or what makes a good relationship for you, or just all the, nuances of a relationship. Maybe that relationship, that heartache comes from not trusting your own intuition and not following it. So being in truth now and really listening to yourself, looking at the past and seeing where, just not dwelling in the past and not dwelling in like what you did right or what you did wrong, for lack of better words, but just to be aware of it, so that when that opportunity card comes, the choice card, the 2 of cups, that next opportunity of love comes into your life, just remember to not fall into the same trap. And then here, future is saying that there's work involved and it's patience. Remember the first cards that came up. Remember this Queen of Swords here wants you to stay in integrity and really listen. He's pointing his finger to the divine, to the sky, to the divine. Listen to your inner intuition. Follow the path that's best for you. Continue to work hard and be patient, because like everything, relationship takes time to really cultivate well and to grow, but it's coming. Those are the cards that popped up. I can't make that happen. All right, beloved, now just skip to the end, because there's a bonus card. I have one bonus pick for all the picks. One bonus card from a new deck for all the picks. All right, beloved, thanks for watching and blessed you be. Here we are at pile 3. I'm going to clear this space as well, these cards. When you're ready, we'll ask the question to the deck. All right, that's our reading, the Circle of Life Tarot. And the first thing I notice is that it's starting with the 10 of Swords reversed. And what it's saying is that there's been a change, beloved. This card tells me there's a change here. You have gone recently through a change. Something has shifted in your life. A phase has ended. If you recall the 10 of Swords in a regular deck and you flip it around, imagine the swords falling out of the person's back. Same with this. Imagine the swords falling away from you. So conflict, struggle, strife, arguments, that's what's falling away from you. That is what that is telling me. You also need to be aware that when situations change, for a moment, those problems may go away, but it's also time to really take advantage of the situation. And in order to do that, to make real change in your life, whether it's a practical, actual change or something in your mental, you need to look to the situation and see what you can do to change it, and look honestly with truth, right? Because the swords always represent being truthful and not being deceitful with ourselves or with others. I think that too, this change, maybe you really hung on to it because the 4 of Cups is here and it's to the left. The 4 of Cups talks lots about like the idea of crying over spilt milk. See, she has a cup spilt over and it's reversed. It's to the left. So there's a hanging on of emotion here. And it creates that inability to move through conflict or whatever was here. But the situation has changed and now we move here to what was the crux, and it's the Lovers. This is a Lovers spread. See, this is the Lovers in this deck. They're quite beautiful. I find this deck really, really just an amazing, amazing deck. They're embraced and entwined in a circle. But it's the crux of this. It's the root of this. It holds this together here. Now this is telling me that it has to do, this reading, with past love. Could have been an actual lover, but it could have been something that you just put so much passion and time into that has come to this ending and that it's hard to emotionally release from it. And here is the actual past, which is the Death card, and it's to the left. So it's about really being stuck in patterns, really being stuck in a pattern and not being able to release pattern and surrender to what is. But we move here to the top of the cross, and it is the 9 of Pentacles. And this is top here, the 9 of Pentacles, and what it is that you're seeking is this accomplishment and fulfillment. And I think it is with a relationship because this is at the top of the cross and at the bottom there's this Lover's card. And so what you truly seek is such a fulfilling and well-cultivated, nuanced relationship. And that's what's coming in here. And it leads here to the near future. And what is interesting is I remember that we got this very last one last week on the pick a card. The same one, this very same card. So in the future position card, near future, it's a knave. The Knave of Swords. And it's a person holding a goose and protecting the goose from others. And behind him is a large bag of coins holding open. So something about you is going to shift. This card is a card of value and what you value. And something is happening now with this all shifting here, that you will value yourself different. What you value will shift. How you perceive yourself, how you perceive others. There's great protection. This card implies great protection. So great protection moving forward in your relationships. It's also about keen insight and always like learning about the world around you. But the value system is changing here. And this one is your subconscious mind. And it is the Knave of Pentacles. So 2 knaves in a row. And it's indicating that you are really absorbed in something. I don't think you're really paying too much attention to things, to situations outside of yourself, because this card means to focus attention on one thing and to wrap yourself up in it, like becoming maybe obsessed. Not saying that that's what you should do. I'm saying that this card is indicating the state that you're in right now. And then it leads here, up across here and pillar part of the cross, the Celtic cross, and it leads to the 9 of Swords, but it's slightly to the right. And swords are conflict, right? And arguments. And this one is one that talks about anxiety and pain, not sleeping well. But this is an outside influence. This is not yourself. So perhaps the person, if this regards a relationship that has ended, perhaps that person might be still carrying some pain around that too, which is good for you then, beloved, if you have ended this relationship, to clear yourself from that energy, clear yourself of any stagnant energetic attachments, etheric cords from other people. If you believe that ending that relationship, if that is indeed what has happened here. And if that was for your best and highest good, then that's what you have to do, is end relationships and move along your path. So this other person might still have anxiety over it, and maybe more anxiety than you and more grief than you. And then we move here to hopes and fears, and it is the Tower, and the Tower is flipped to the right. It as well is saying that there has been change, a lot of change in your life recently, and that, yeah, there's been a lot of change in your life recently. The Tower comes through to destroy things once in a while, right? But remember that this destruction is temporary, and it's important to tear down anything that no longer helps you. So relationships that stagnate, that keep you stuck in old patterns, people that we outgrow, situations that we outgrow, we have to end them. Nothing new can begin if we don't end cycles. And the final outcome card in this one, beloved, is the Queen of Wands. But the Queen of Wands is reversed. This is how she looks upright, and this is her reversed. So the Queen of Wands, she's fire and ambition, creativity, follows her impulses, loves to act on all of those qualities. But because she's upside down, she's reversed, she's coming up reversed. I think that you're going to be, for the first while, a little bit reserved now going into relationships, whatever this was. And it might not be forever. Remember, the Tower is here, so the change is right now, and we do have the ending of cycles there with death. But you know, one of the things too about the Queen of Wands coming up reversed, really make sure you clear the past, and really make sure you clear any attachments or any of those things from you, because it will be important to you. Because this card, when it comes up reversed, talks about bitterness in our hearts when we can't let go. Like, don't become deceitful or jealous or bitter because one love went wrong, beloved. There's so many people out in the world, and your true love is out there somewhere. We all just have to always continue to work on ourselves and work through our own problems and make ourselves better and more ready for the opportunity when it arrives. So just remember this. Just remember that you're going through a lot right now, but the Queen of Wands is not necessarily the worst card to get as a final outcome card. It can serve a bit as a warning, like I just said. But the Queen is still the Queen of Wands just still has so much energy and life to her that it's hard to diminish that energy that she brings with her. I just see it as a transition for you right now, the state that you're in, and that when you're ready again, this energy is going to be flipped back up again, ready for intimacy again, ready for, again, that intimacy and that newness that is ending here, this cycle. And remember that you're going to come into a new value system. This is what this is showing. And maybe, and that's just needing to focus here, like this card is saying, and detach from the emotion here to really move into that. Well, pile number 3, I really appreciate that you're all here with me. Now flip to the end so that you can hear the bonus card, because I'm picking a bonus card out of a new deck for all of the readings. All right, beloveds? All right, beloveds. I have a new deck here. It's the Butterfly Affirmation by Alana Fairchild. And these cards are just beautiful cards. These are just beautiful, beautiful cards. And I just want to pick one for all of us to read. Well, I guess I am deserving of respect, love, and happiness. I give respect, love, and happiness too. All right, beloveds, thank you so much for watching. Join me here every Saturday for your pick a card read. Stay blessed, beautiful ones. Stay blessed.